What if the nuts you snack on every day are quietly hurting your heart, fogging your memory, or inflaming your joints? You reach for them thinking you're making a healthy choice, but the truth might surprise you. As we grow older, our bodies change in ways we don't always see right away. And that means even the foods that once supported us may now be quietly working against us. If you're over 50 and trying to protect your health, stay sharp, and keep your independence, this video is for you. We'll uncover which common nuts could be silently making things worse, and which 4 are quiet superfoods that actually help you age stronger. No scare tactics. No complicated diets. Just honest, practical choices that your future self will thank you for. And by the end of this video, you'll have the clarity to make better, smarter decisions every time you reach for a snack. If you've ever felt confused by conflicting health advice, you're not alone. Leave a comment and share your experience. I'd love to hear your story. And if you find this helpful, like the video and hit subscribe. This channel is all about helping you live well on your own terms. 4 new teas to avoid. 1. Salted roasted cashews, the hidden sodium trap. Salted roasted cashews might look like a harmless snack sitting in your pantry. They're buttery, satisfying, and often feel like a smarter choice compared to chips or cookies. But for older adults, especially those managing heart or kidney issues, this snack can be more dangerous than it seems. One small handful often contains over 200 milligrams of sodium and more than 12 grams of fat. That much salt might not have mattered in your 30s. But after 50, your body doesn't handle sodium the way it used to. Excess salt causes fluid retention, raises blood pressure, and quietly adds strain to an aging heart. And it doesn't stop there. These cashews are often roasted at high temperatures, stripping away helpful enzymes that aid digestion. For anyone dealing with acid reflux or a slower metabolism, that can mean bloating, discomfort, and poor nutrient absorption. Then there's the oil. Most store-bought roasted cashews are cooked in cheap vegetable oils high in omega-6 fats. These fats, when not balanced with omega-3s, increase inflammation throughout the body. Inflammation is more than just a buzzword. It's a hidden force behind joint pain, memory loss, and even heart disease. And it builds up slowly, often without any warning signs. Here's where the real problem lies. Many seniors switch from sweets to roasted cashews thinking they've made a healthy upgrade. But they've just traded sugar for salt and inflammation in disguise. It feels like a step in the right direction. But in reality, it can quietly work against everything you're trying to protect: your heart, your brain, your energy. You deserve better than that. You deserve snacks that truly support your health, not ones that slowly wear it down. There's a way to satisfy cravings without feeding the very conditions you're trying to avoid. And it starts with understanding what's in your food, even the ones that look safe. So if roasted cashews are in your daily routine, it might be time to pause and reconsider. Because even small choices add up, especially when they're made every day. And the good news is, there are better options. Ones that nourish instead of drain. Let's take a look at one of those next. 2. Peanuts. The mold inflammation risk. Peanuts are one of the most familiar snacks in America. They're affordable, tasty, and often feel like a safe, protein-packed option. But here's something most people don't realize. Peanuts aren't actually nuts, they're legumes. And that small detail makes a big difference, especially for aging bodies. Because they grow underground in warm, humid conditions, peanuts are more vulnerable to mold. That mold can produce aflatoxin, a toxin linked to liver damage and even cancer. This might not seem urgent if you feel fine right now, but for adults over 50, especially those with slower liver function or weakened immune systems, that slow buildup can quietly take a toll. Even without mold, peanuts come with other risks. They're one of the most common food allergens, and even if you're not allergic, they can still trigger low-level inflammation in the gut. Inflammation is often invisible, but over time it adds up. It can quietly increase joint pain, fog your memory, and make your heart work harder without you even knowing it. And let's not forget peanut butter. Many brands are loaded with sugar, salt, and hydrogenated oils, turning what looks like a healthy spread into a slow-burning source of metabolic stress. If you're managing blood sugar, blood pressure, or inflammation, these hidden ingredients can push your numbers in the wrong direction. Even natural peanut butters can be calorie-dense and easy to overeat. And when food is that easy to eat by the spoonful, it's harder to control portions. That matters when you're trying to maintain weight, energy, or stable blood sugar throughout the day. Peanuts might feel nostalgic, comforting, or convenient. But those feelings don't always match what's happening inside the body, especially as we age. That doesn't mean everyone has to cut out peanuts entirely. But it does mean we need to be more mindful, not just about what we eat, but how our body responds to it. If you notice bloating, stiffness, or fatigue after your favorite peanut snack, it's not in your head. Your body could be trying to tell you something. There are better choices, options that protect rather than provoke. And that's what we'll explore next, because the more you know, the better you can care for yourself each day. 3. Brazil nuts. When too much becomes toxic. Brazil nuts have a rich, creamy texture and a reputation for being one of the healthiest nuts you can eat. They're packed with selenium, a powerful mineral that supports the immune system, the thyroid, and cell repair. But there's something most people don't know. Just 1 or 2 Brazil nuts a day can give you more than your entire recommended daily amount of selenium. For younger people, the body might handle that overload. But for older adults whose kidneys, liver, or hormones may already be under stress, this excess can quietly become harmful. Selenium builds up in the body over time, and when it reaches toxic levels, the signs are easy to miss at first: fatigue, brain fog, brittle nails, or muscle weakness. You might think you're just aging. But in reality, your body could be overwhelmed by a nutrient that's usually seen as helpful. Many seniors eat 4 or 5 Brazil nuts at a time without thinking twice. They're tasty and filling, and they seem healthy, so it feels like a smart choice. But that habit, repeated daily, can raise your selenium intake to unsafe levels, and the effects don't always show up right away. Too much selenium has also been linked to increased risk of type 2 diabetes. For the nearly 1 in 4 older adults already dealing with blood sugar concerns, this is not a small risk. What makes it more difficult is how easy it is to overeat them. Brazil nuts are large and satisfying, and a small handful can quietly cross the line from helpful to harmful. For those with slower digestion or sensitive stomachs, their high fat content can also cause bloating or discomfort. What's meant to be a healthy snack turns into another source of stress on the body. None of this means Brazil nuts are bad. They're just powerful. And like anything powerful, they need to be handled with care. Moderation is non-negotiable, especially with foods that carry such concentrated nutrients. And in many cases, skipping them entirely might be the safer path. You deserve food that works with your body, not against it. So if Brazil nuts are part of your daily habit, it may be time to rethink the portion, or replace them with something gentler. Let's keep going and look at another nut that's often disguised as a treat, but may do more harm than good. 4. Candied, chocolate-coated nuts. The sweet deception. Candied and chocolate-coated nuts may look like a gentle indulgence. They sit behind glass displays at markets or come wrapped in festive packaging, promising sweetness with a hint of health. For many older adults, they feel like a safer treat, a step away from cookies or cakes. After all, there's still a nut inside, so how bad could it really be? But that's where the danger lies. These sugar-coated snacks blur the line between nourishment and dessert, and the result can quietly chip away at your health. With every bite, you're taking in added sugars, syrups, or artificial sweeteners that spike blood sugar and trigger inflammation. These swings are especially risky for those managing diabetes or trying to protect their heart. And it's not just the sugar. Many of these nuts are also roasted in unhealthy oils and packed with preservatives. That combination can irritate the digestive system, fuel joint pain, and interfere with how medications are absorbed. The damage doesn't always show up right away. It builds slowly, through fatigue, weight gain, and the return of aches you thought you had under control. What's worse, they feel so easy to justify. A few glazed pecans here, some chocolate almonds there. It's not a cookie, you tell yourself, but it might be even trickier to stop. The sugar numbs hunger cues. The coatings add empty calories, And before you know it, the snack that was meant to be light becomes a daily habit with hidden costs. For older adults working to protect their energy, mobility, or memory, these treats aren't harmless. They're a subtle setback, repeated again and again. That doesn't mean you have to give up joy. You just have to choose it differently. Whole, raw, or lightly roasted nuts can still be satisfying. And you can flavor them yourself with cinnamon, herbs, or a touch of sea salt. You deserve snacks that lift you up, not weigh you down. That support your strength instead of working against it. So next time you reach for that shiny package or bowl of sugar-glazed nuts, pause. Ask if this truly serves the life you're building. Because your body deserves better, and it's never too late to give it what it needs. 4 nutrients to embrace. 1. Walnuts. The brain's best friend. Walnuts may not look flashy, but they are one of the most powerful foods you can add to your diet after 50. Their shape even resembles the brain. And that's no coincidence. These nuts are packed with plant-based omega-3 fatty acids, especially a type called ALA. As we age, omega-3s become essential, not just for heart health but for memory, mood, and mental clarity. If you've ever walked into a room and forgotten why, or searched for a word that used to come easily, you're not alone. These small lapses can be scary, but the right nutrients can make a difference. Walnuts work quietly behind the scenes. They help reduce inflammation, support blood flow to the brain, and protect nerve cells from the wear and tear of aging. Research shows that regular walnut consumption is linked to slower cognitive decline. That means clearer thinking, better focus, and less mental fog as the years go by. But their benefits don't stop with the mind. Walnuts also support heart health by lowering bad cholesterol and improving the flexibility of your arteries. And for anyone dealing with arthritis or chronic aches, the anti-inflammatory power of walnuts can bring relief. They support smoother movement, less stiffness, and more energy to do the things you love. They're also easier to chew and digest than many other nuts. For older adults with sensitive teeth or digestive issues, that's a big win. A small handful a day is all it takes. You can sprinkle them over oatmeal, blend them into a smoothie, or enjoy them alone as a satisfying midday snack. There's something comforting about them too. They're quiet, familiar, and grounding, like an old friend who's always been good for you. Walnuts won't reverse time, but they can help your brain stay sharp, your body stay steady, and your days feel a little clearer. It's not about chasing youth. It's about protecting what matters most: your mind, your independence, your ability to stay connected to yourself and to others. And sometimes that starts with something as simple as the nut you choose each morning. So if you're ready to support your brain, start with walnuts. Your future self will thank you. 2. Almond skin, bones, and blood sugar support. Almonds are often overlooked because they feel so familiar. They're tucked into trail mixes lined up in pantry jars and quietly sitting in the background of healthier snack options. But when it comes to aging well, almonds are anything but ordinary. They're one of the most complete and supportive foods for older adults, especially those focused on energy, skin, bones, and blood sugar. One of their greatest gifts is vitamin E, a powerful antioxidant that protects your cells from damage. As we age, oxidative stress increases, and that stress shows up in wrinkles, memory lapses, and aching joints. Vitamin E helps slow that wear and tear. It supports healthy skin, strengthens the brain, and builds resilience from the inside out. Almonds are also rich in magnesium and calcium, two minerals critical for keeping your bones strong and your muscles working well. That becomes more important after 60, when bone density drops and fall risk rises. And if you're managing blood sugar, almonds are a quiet ally. Their healthy fats and fiber help regulate how sugar is absorbed, reducing spikes and crashes that drain energy and affect mood. Just a handful a day can help curb cravings and keep you fuller longer. That means less snacking on processed foods and more stable energy throughout the day. Almonds are also incredibly adaptable. You can enjoy them raw, roasted, sliced over salads, or soaked overnight for easier digestion and a softer texture. That soaking step might seem small, but it makes almonds gentler on aging teeth and more nourishing for the gut. It's a simple act of care you can give your body every day. What makes almonds special isn't just what's inside them. It's how easily they fit into a life that values consistency, calm, and gentle nourishment. They don't demand much, but they offer a lot in return: support for your skin, protection for your bones, balance for your blood sugar, and a steadier path through the challenges of aging. And in a world full of loud fixes and quick promises, almonds are a quiet, trustworthy choice. One that says you're taking your health seriously, one mindful bite at a time. So next time you open the pantry, give almonds another look. Your body might be asking for exactly what they offer. 3. Flax seeds, the quiet healer of the gut and hormones. Flax seeds are small, quiet, and often go unnoticed in the grocery aisle. But for older adults looking to improve digestion, balance hormones, and reduce inflammation, these tiny seeds are a hidden gem. They may not have the crunch of almonds or the flavor of walnuts, but what they lack in size they make up for in healing power. Flax seeds work deeply within the body to calm, support, and restore from the inside out. They're one of the richest plant sources of omega-3 fatty acids, specifically ALA. This type of fat soothes inflammation, protects the heart, and supports blood vessels as they naturally stiffen with age. But flax seeds go even further. They're packed with both soluble and insoluble fiber, which together ease constipation, feed good gut bacteria, and improve how your body processes sugar. For anyone struggling with irregular digestion or slow metabolism, a spoonful of ground flaxseed each day can bring real relief. It's a simple fix that often reduces the need for laxatives or discomfort after meals. These seeds also contain lignans, plant compounds that gently support hormonal balance. This is especially helpful for postmenopausal women dealing with energy dips, mood swings, or changes in skin and bone health. Lignans have even shown potential to reduce the risk of certain cancers and support long-term cellular health. They don't force change. They help your body restore balance in its own quiet way. But there's one important thing to remember. Whole flax seeds often pass through the body undisted. To truly get their benefits, they must be ground fresh, ideally right before use. Sprinkle them into oatmeal, stir them into soup, or blend them into a smoothie. You won't even notice them, but your body will. This daily habit becomes more than just routine. It's a form of gentle self-care that aligns with the slower, more intentional pace many seniors crave. Flax seeds won't make headlines, but they don't need to. Their strength is in consistency, in the way they quietly rebuild and renew over time. They help you feel lighter, more regular, more in tune with your own rhythm. And for anyone looking to age with less struggle and more grace, that's no small gift. So if your gut needs peace and your body needs steadiness, it might be time to invite flax seeds into your day. Let their quiet power do what it does best. 4. Pistachios, the energy mood stabilizer. There's something quietly joyful about pistachios. The sound of the shell cracking open, the soft green color inside, and the light, buttery flavor feel more like a treat than a health food. But pistachios offer far more than taste. They're one of the most complete, balanced, and energizing nuts you can eat, especially in your later years. With nearly 6 grams of protein and 3 grams of fiber per ounce, pistachios support lean muscle, boost satiety, and help you maintain steady energy throughout the day. That means fewer crashes, less snacking, and more fuel to stay active and engaged. They're also packed with potassium and vitamin B6, 2 nutrients that many older adults lack. Potassium helps regulate blood pressure and keeps the heart in rhythm, while vitamin B6 supports immune strength, mood balance, and mental clarity. Pistachios even help protect your eyes. They contain antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin, which support vision and reduce the risk of macular degeneration as you age. Unlike many snacks, they don't encourage mindless eating. The shells slow you down, making it easier to stay present and aware of how much you're eating. This simple act of cracking each nut can actually support mindful habits and reduce the chance of overeating. It becomes more than food. It becomes a moment of pause, of care, of choosing what's good for you. Pistachios are also easy to digest, especially when eaten raw or dry roasted without salt. That makes them gentle on the stomach and a safer choice for anyone managing digestive sensitivities. And they're naturally low in sugar, which helps prevent blood sugar swings that can lead to fatigue or irritability. If you've ever felt drained or moody after a snack, pistachios might be the stable, satisfying option you've been missing. In a time of life when strength and stability matter more than ever, pistachios are a small but powerful tool. They support not just your physical energy, but your emotional balance and sense of control. You don't need to eat a lot to feel the difference. Just a small handful can help you stay grounded, nourished, and more connected to your own rhythm. So next time you need a snack that gives more than it takes, reach for pistachios. Let them remind you that food can be both healing and joyful, especially when chosen with care. You might be wondering why something as small as a nut deserves so much attention. After all, we've been told for years that nuts are healthy, that they're natural, plant-based, and full of good fats. But here's the truth that doesn't get said enough. What worked for your body at 30 or 40 might not be helping you anymore at 60, 70, or beyond. With age, your digestion slows. Your metabolism changes. Your heart, brain, and joints become more sensitive to inflammation and imbalances you may not have noticed before. So the question is not just whether something is healthy in general. It's whether it's healthy for you, now, at this point in your life. That's where many people get stuck. We keep reaching for foods that look right, sound right, or worked for someone else. But we rarely stop to ask how our body is actually responding. It's not about blaming yourself or feeling like you've done something wrong. It's about recognizing that your body has changed, and now, it's asking for a different kind of care. And here's the most important part. This isn't about giving things up. It's about upgrading, making choices that fit where you are, not where you used to be. When you understand that, everything shifts. You no longer see food as something to fear or control, but as a daily opportunity to protect your clarity, your movement, your peace of mind. It's easy to think that one snack, one handful, one bite doesn't matter. But when those choices happen every day, they add up. They shape how you feel, how you sleep, how you connect with others. So ask yourself, not just what's easy or familiar, but what's true for your body now? What helps it move with less pain? What helps your thoughts stay clear? What helps you feel more like yourself again? That's the power of a small shift. One better choice, repeated with care, can change the way you age. Not just slowly, but with strength, grace, and control. You deserve food that gives back, that works with you, not against you. And that starts with listening to what your body has been trying to tell you all along. As we age, every choice we make around food becomes more meaningful. The wrong snack can drain our energy or cloud our thinking, while the right one can quietly support the life we want to live. Today we uncovered how something as simple as nuts can either weigh us down or lift us up. This isn't about fear. It's about awareness. And with awareness comes the power to choose better. You don't need to change everything overnight. Just one shift, one mindful swap, can begin to restore clarity, energy, and ease. So take a moment to ask yourself what you're reaching for each day. Is it helping you feel steady, focused, and well? If this video helped you see your habits in a new light, share your experience in the comments. I'd love to hear what you're choosing now. And if you haven't yet, like this video and subscribe. Together, we're building a wiser, stronger way to age well.